Hey there, and welcome to Mindful Minutes. This is Jillian, and today's practice is a beginner-friendly or all levels energizing practice just to get you going and moving, just warming up the body. Perfect to practice first thing in the morning or anytime you need a pick-me-up. So we'll begin just sitting nice and tall up on our heels in hero pose. If you need to tuck a blanket or something behind your heels for your hips to sit on, perfectly fine. We're going to sit nice and tall with our hands resting gently on our thighs. And we're just going to close the eyes and draw the attention to the breath. Begin to take in some gentle rhythmic breaths. Inhale, exhale. Just bring a sense of peace and calm, a sense of rhythm and order to the mind and body. Each inhale, feel the spine lengthen, letting go of any compression. Feeling yourself sit a bit taller. Each exhale, let the shoulders relax down the back. Let the hips release. And just continue to breathe mindfully, noticing the inhales filling the body with positive energy. Noticing the exhales, taking with it anything negative, anything we need to get rid of. Three more deep breaths. With our next inhale, we'll take the arms all the way up overhead. Bring them back down to rest at heart center. Connect briefly with the heartbeat and go ahead and set an intention for yourself. A positive thought, something for yourself or someone close to you. And then we'll begin to come forward onto our hands and our knees. Hands are going to be below the shoulders, knees below the hips, stacked for our table. Just go ahead and rock side to side gently a couple of times. Back to stillness, crown of the head pulling forward, tailbone tucked slightly, pelvis is neutral. Holding your center of balance here for a moment. And then moving with the breath, exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, gazing up to the ceiling twice more. Be mindful not to overextend through the abdominal muscles. Just enough of a stretch to get everything working. One more. Back to that neutral spine position. We'll take the legs wide, big toes touch. We'll walk our hands out in front for child's pose. Taking a few breaths here, allow the fingertips to pull you forward. Allow the tailbone to sink down towards the hips, softening through the thighs. You can keep the forehead resting, or you can turn the head to one side or the other. And relaxing here with the breath, the inhales allow the front of the body to lengthen and stretch. Exhales allow the back of the body to sink deeper. Inhale, create space. Exhale, sink into that space. Stretching out the upper arms a bit, bring the palms together. Bend at the elbows, let the thumbs come to the nape of the neck. 3 deep breaths. Release the arms back down. Turn the head towards the left. Take your left arm up towards the ceiling and maybe tuck it behind the spine. It might rest on the low back or maybe on the right thigh. Extend that left arm back up, reach it long to meet the right. Big breath in, big breath out. Turn the head to the right and repeat that on the opposite side. Right arm comes up and behind. Extend that right arm up and long. One more big breath. And draw back up to that table. One more cat-cow round. And release. Coming down into our forearms, we'll tuck our toes, press our hips back, coming into dolphin. Elbows are stacked underneath of the shoulders, actively pressing down through the palms and forearms. Maybe walk the feet in a step or two. Go ahead and pedal out the feet here. One. And then the other. Big stretch for the calves this morning or during the day. Waking everything up. And hold 2 deep breaths. Make sure the shoulders are not hunching up towards your ears, keeping the chest nice and open. And drop the knees back down. Keep the knees where they are. Walk the arms forward. Sink the chest in, chin, and down towards the ground for puppy. Hips staying stacked over the heels. Nice stretch for the upper back and shoulders. And walk the hands back underneath. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips for down dog. Imagine the chest pressing back towards the thighs, gaze is towards the belly button. Weight evenly distributed between the palms, shoulders sliding up towards the tailbone. And walk the hands towards the feet, coming into a forward fold. Go ahead and soften the knees here. Maybe even widen the stance if that feels good. And just let the head and neck relax and hang. Press down through the right hand. Lift the left towards the ceiling, spinning the torso open. Left hand comes down. Press down through the left. Right arm lifts. Spin the torso open, the opposite side. And back down. Release the arms behind you, interlace the hands. Keep the knees nice and soft. Lift the arms towards the ceiling, crown of the head reaches towards the earth. Opening up the shoulders, 3 deep breaths. Relax the arms down towards the spine. Release them to the ground. Straighten the knees a bit, deeper stretch. Soften them again, rolling all the way up to standing. Arms overhead. And sink into our chair pose. Feet are about hips width apart. And hold, tailbones tucked slightly, supporting the low back. Hands come to the heart, very mild twist, turning towards the left slightly. Back through center, extend the arms. Back to the heart, mild twist to the opposite side. Back through center. Release the hands, straighten the legs, forward fold. Soften the legs, inhale, rise all the way up, arms overhead. Interlace the hands, lift the palms. Tip towards one side, standing half moon, great side body stretch. Back up and over to the opposite side. Back up, release the hands down back behind you. Let the knuckles reach down towards the ground, chest and gaze lift towards the ceiling, beautiful heart opener. And relax back to center. Go ahead and roll the shoulders back. Roll them forward. Back to stillness. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus them out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus out. Nice strong arms. 3, hug the muscles to the bone. 2, engage your core, belly button to the spine. 1, and up. Extend the arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Take the fingertips to the shoulders. Rotate the elbows. Making nice big shoulder circles. 1 more opposite way. Back to stillness. Go ahead and take the right arm up and over to the head. Guide the head towards the right shoulder, lengthening along the left side of the neck. Right arm comes back up. Release it to the hip. Left arm rises up. Grab the head, tilt it towards the left shoulder. The head's reaching towards the shoulder's not reaching towards the head. Back up to the hips and gentle neck rolls. Opposite way. 1 more stretch for the neck. Arms come up, interlace the hands, take them right behind the head. Gently press the head forward, tucking the chin to the chest, elbows pulling straight back behind you. Back to neutral, raise the arms up and through heart center. Resetting in our mountain pose, we'll move through a little bit of a sun salutation here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, gentle arch. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, all the way down. Step your right foot back onto the ball of the foot. Left knee is directly over top of the left ankle. Sweep the arms high for a high lunge. You can always shorten your stance if you need to. You can also ground that back heel down for added stability. And hold here a few deep breaths, nice and tall. Shoulders sliding down the back, fingertips reaching towards the ceiling, hips and shoulders square to the front knee. Actively pressing down through the front foot. You should be able to lift and wiggle your toes. 3, 2, 1. Release the hands down either side of the foot. Taking it nice and gentle, we'll drop the back knee down. Tuck that left knee back behind us. Slowly lower to the ground. And press up to your cobra or your up dog. Shoulders squeezing towards each other, chest is nice and open. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. And walk the feet forward, forward fold. Soften the knees, rising all the way up, arms overhead. Back to heart center. And repeat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arch. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back, high lunge on the right leg, knees over top of the ankle. Sweeping the arms high. And again, you can always shorten your stance or ground that back heel down. A few deep breaths. And frame the foot, nice and easy. Left knee comes down. Right knee steps back to meet it. Slowly lower. Rise up, cobra or up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. And walk your feet forward. Soften the knees, roll all the way up, arms overhead. And heart center. 2 deep breaths, reconnect. We'll continue adding a low lunge this time. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. Right leg steps back, lower the knee and top of the foot. Low lunge. Few deep breaths. Really feel that stretch in the front of the right thigh. Taking the stretch a little bit deeper, we'll take the hands to the inside edge of the right foot. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot, turning this into a bit of a lizard. Imagine this outside edge of your left knee is trying to fall towards the earth. If you can take it a bit deeper, you can also bend in the elbows, letting the chin and chest drop down towards the ground. If you have it in you this morning or today, you can take it down to the forearms. Just be mindful of how your hip feels. 2 deep breaths. Slowly plant the hands, ground that heel, step the left leg back, lower all the way down. Pressing up, cobra or up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. And walk it back to a forward fold. Soften the knees, rolling all the way back up. And hands to the heart, 1 deep breath, and then the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, gentle fold. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Left leg steps back. Drop that left knee and top of the foot to the earth. Low lunge on the opposite side. Chest is nice and open. Really feeling the stretch through the front of the back thigh. If we can deepen the stretch, we'll take the hands to the inside edge of that right foot. Roll to the outside edge of the foot. Hold here for a moment, see how the hip feels. Maybe bending the elbows a bit, chin and chest, relaxing towards the ground. Maybe coming down onto the forearms. Few deep breaths. When you're ready, slowly planting the hands, grounding that foot, sweeping it back behind you. Lower down, rise up. Tuck the toes, down dog. And walk the feet forward. Soften the knees, rolling all the way up, arms overhead. And to the heart. 2 deep breaths, reconnect. One more round, we're going to incorporate our pigeon. Inhale the arms up. Exhale back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. We'll step both feet back to down dog. Maybe widen the stance if that feels better. Chest is pressing back towards the thighs, heels relaxing towards the earth. Maybe lift that left leg, bend in the knee, roll the ankle around. Release it back down. Right leg lifts. Bend in the knee, roll the ankle, and relax it back down. If you don't want to come through down dog, you can also come down through table. But if you are coming through down dog, we'll take our left leg high, draw the knee in towards the chest, let the ankle go towards the opposite wrist, pressing back into our pigeon. If you do need a blanket or a block underneath of this left hip for support, that's perfectly fine. We're keeping both hips pressing down. Be aware that this right hip doesn't pop up towards the ceiling. And we'll hold here in our pigeon for a few deep breaths, really breathing into this outer hip, relaxing there. When you're ready to come out of it, you can either slide right back to table or press back to down dog by tucking those back toes, lifting that left leg high, and releasing the leg back down to meet the right. Opposite side, either coming through table or down dog, right leg lifts, in towards the chest, foot goes towards the opposite wrist, and slide back to your pigeon. Chest is open, shoulder blades drawing back towards each other. Few deep breaths. If sitting up like this is causing any pain or discomfort in the low back, we can always come forward. Two more breaths, really breathing deep into that hip. When you're ready to come out, either sliding back through table or tucking the back toes, lifting that right leg, down dog. Go ahead and widen the stance. Toes turn slightly out. Walk the hands towards the feet, coming into a wide leg forward fold. If you want to add to that, we can take the hands behind you and lift them towards the ceiling. Relax them back down to the earth, soften the knees and roll all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Grab hold of the opposite elbows, press the arms back behind you. Release the arms high, grab the right wrist with the left hand, pull towards the right side. Back up, left wrist with the right hand, pull towards the right side. Back up, hands to the hips, folding forward halfway, tailbone reaching towards the back of the room, crown of the head pulling forward, core engaged, belly button towards the spine. Maybe bend slightly in the right knee. Notice a stretch along the inner left thigh. Straighten back up, bend in the left knee. Notice that stretch along the right thigh. Back up, soften the knees, rolling up to standing. Heel toe those feet back together. And we'll come into our tree pose. Pressing down for the left foot, we'll start nice and gentle. Hands to the heart. Take that right heel to the left ankle. This is where we're at today. Just stay right here. Helping with our focus, our balance, feeling grounded. We might be able to take the foot to the shin, maybe even the inner thigh. For a bit more energy, we can extend the arms up overhead. Bring the hands back down to the heart. And relax back down. Reset, arms overhead and to the heart. Pressing down through the right foot, left heel comes to rest on the ankle. Find your balance here, no rush. Maybe the foot comes to the shin, maybe the inner thigh. Just make sure the foot doesn't press directly onto the knee. And maybe extend the arms overhead. Exhale, hands back to the heart. And release back down. Go ahead and roll the shoulders out. Roll the ankles. Widening the stance. We'll sink down to a low squat. Elbows pressing. The knees open. Hands to the heart. Few deep breaths, opening up the hips. Maybe getting a bit of a shoulder stretch. Left palm presses down, right arm extends up to the ceiling. Right palm comes to the ground, left arm extends towards the ceiling. Back down to center. If you need to keep the hands on the ground for balance, that's fine. Relax the hands back down, slowly rolling all the way back up to standing, arms overhead, and hands to the heart. Refocus on the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale positive thoughts, inhale energy. Inhale peace, contentment, happiness, joy, comfort. Exhale anxiety, stress, fatigue, anything negative, anything that's holding you back. Connect with the heartbeat. Slow the breath. If you had an intention at the beginning of your practice, call that back to mind. And we end with Namaste. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Wishing you a beautiful day.